Hey, hey, alright guys, trying out something new. Just got this bike around a month ago. Been riding it around like crazy. Been enjoying it like crazy. It's changed my life for sure. But yeah, so I'm just trying out something. Just going on a ride to the gym. Might get some gas. And yeah. Now this is my first bike. I know it's not common for people to buy cruisers, Harleys as their first bike, but I don't know, something just kind of pulled me towards this. I had an old friend back in college, when I was in college a few years ago, and they really like bikes. You know, they're really into bikes. I kind of visited, I went to France with them. They're from France. Big bike culture in Europe, I guess. And yeah, it was just, you know, I was exposed to it. You know, their parents, they had bikes, they rode bikes. I got on a bike with them, and it just kind of like pulled me towards it, you know. I just became enamored, and I just loved the way it felt, how visceral it felt. But for like the longest time, I guess I just never wanted to ride a bike. Well, not wanted, but I never had the time, you know, or the money to ride a bike. I was a college student, I had no time, no money, was busy studying, you know. So yeah, now that I graduated in May, it was definitely one of those things that I really wanted to do, you know. Get a bike, ride it, and I've been loving it since. I don't know, the idea of the cruiser kind of just appealed to me, you know, like the badass, you know, like Keanu Reeves kind shit, you know. It was just great. I should actually probably not curse. I don't know if the algorithm, YouTube algorithm, doesn't like cursing or something, but I should probably not curse a lot. Or try not to, at least. But yeah. Now, in my 1 month of riding, 1 month and some change, I definitely have had some close calls already, for sure. Mostly it's like, you know, those left turns from the turning lanes, you know, when you're like riding on those kind of stroads. We'll see one right now on the way to the gym, actually. You know, people, I guess they misjudge how far away you are from them, and they just kind of go. You know, they go for it. And yeah, I've had to brake pretty hard 1 or 2 times off of that. Also, people coming out of like exits like here, like out of shopping centers, out of businesses. So it's fun, but I've definitely had my close calls and my fair share of small little scares already. Now, if y'all do have any recommendations or any tips on how I can improve videos, you know, I would really appreciate that. I'm kind of just running it off a GoPro that I have attached to my helmet at the top of the helmet. Now, when I was buying the helmet, I wasn't really thinking about, you know, making videos or anything. So my helmet has like this vent at the chin, so I can't really mount anything to my chin. So you know, I have it mounted at the top of my helmet. And I tested it out last night. I went on a ride last night, and I was like, man, I really hope my camera just doesn't fly off my helmet. I was like, that would really suck. But luckily it held up. I went on the highway and everything, and it held up, so it should be good to go. Just there's something about trusting those 3M adhesives with the GoPro mounted to your helmet like that. I don't know, it's kind of scary, you know. So Damn, I just remembered to flip my visor back up. So I don't know how the mic quality was. We'll see, I guess. But I just flipped my visor down. Had my shade up. I mean down. That's why I thought, my brain kind of thought my visor was down too. Then I started to feel the wind when I picked up speed there, and I was like, yep, my visor is not down. But yeah. Shouldn't we just cut here to the right? Nah, we'll be patient. What just happened? My bike just shut off. I don't know. I did not hit the kill switch. That was the weirdest thing ever. Okay. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage and see if I hit the kill switch or something. Because that was so weird. Alright. I'm gonna have to be careful here there. Yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna give this a try. If you have any recommendations, with the audio or any setups, or alternatives to the mic here on the helmet, I would really appreciate that. Because the mic I'm using, my helmet came with like a Senna thing attached to it, not a Cardo, and at least the sound quality. I mean, sound quality is good and all, but definitely when I'm like going to higher speeds, going on the highway or something, I cannot hear like the music at all. Like, it's really bad. I don't know what it is about it, but I just cannot hear the music. So I don't know how the mic is. I've had a few people call me and they're like, oh yeah, I can hear you, I don't hear any of the wind noise. So that's a good sign, but I guess we'll see. And yeah, so that's weird, but oh, there's the 5-0. What's up? I'm actually having issues with that. I'm kind of afraid, because I bought this bike at the dealership a month ago. Oh man, look at all that dust. Fuck me, dude. Fuck it, we ball. What did I say about cursing, bro? Anyway, so yeah, I bought the bike at the dealership, and they're supposed to, at least here in Texas, from what I've read and what I've seen and what I understood that day at the dealership, is they're supposed to, they handle the registration and the freaking title. And I found out that the title will actually go to whoever's holding your loan, because I financed the bike. But I haven't gotten my tags yet, the stickers, And in here in Texas, you need those stickers. I don't know how it works in other states or other countries, but they're like these little stickers that prove that your motorcycle or your car have been registered. And yeah, I haven't gotten them. I'm supposed to get them within the month. I haven't gotten them, so I'm kind of scared to get pulled over or something. But I mean, I'll just let them know that the dealership, isn't on their, they're not doing their thing. So I would go to the dealership today, because I think today's day 30 or day 31 already from when I bought the bike, and I have to have it registered within the month. But Harley, my Harley dealership is closed Mondays, so I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow to go head over there. Oh man, I just missed the biker. I was too focused. Okay, I cannot forget about gas, because I actually don't know. So when the fuel lamp turned on like yesterday when I went on a ride, and I probably put in like another 20 miles in maybe with the fuel lamp on, and I didn't get fuel, and then you know, I'm riding right now, I really don't know what the range is when the fuel lamp is on. I read the user manual for the bike and it didn't really say. So I have no idea, you know, when that fuel lamp turns on, how much fuel is like how much fuel there's left in the tank, how further I can go, how much further I can go. So eventually one day, you know, I'm gonna find out the hard way how much fuel is left when the fuel lamp turns on. But hopefully I never get to that. So, but I mean, the gas station is just like right here, like maybe 2 miles down the road. So we're golden. But yeah. So this road is actually, at least for me, like these kinds of roads, in my opinion, are like the scariest to drive on. You know, you have like almost highway speeds, you know, like 55, 50, 60 miles an hour, and then you have like, it's like a street. Like you have a bunch of street lights everywhere. You have, you know, businesses everywhere, cars entering, exiting, you know, people switching lanes, you know, people going at off speeds everywhere, you know, like you got guys going super slow on the left lane, you know, people passing on the right like me, but I mean, there's no option because no one, like, there's no order. So these like roads are so scary to drive on, honestly, like scarier than the highway in my opinion. And because, you know, it's just pure chaos and you just have to be like focused the whole time. I mean, you have to be focused when you're riding your bike regardless the whole time, but you know, on these kinds of roads, it's just like extra precaution always. I just hate it, but it's what we got to deal with, and it'll make me a better rider in the long term, so we're all for it. Just got to be careful. And yesterday, actually, when I went on my ride, I accidentally stumbled upon like a little bike meet, I guess, at a park near downtown. And I had to park my bike like a little further down, you know, at a parking lot. And I was just chilling, you know. I went on a walk. It's a nice little park. And then I went to a part of the park where there's another parking lot, and I saw like a bunch of bikes start to get there and pull up, you know. And I was like, yo, is this like a bike meet or something? Or like, you know, something like that. And I was like, I'm gonna bring my bike over, you know. And then I took it over, and I pull up like next to like the only other cruiser there. Like they were all the other bikes were like sport bikes. I think I saw like a naked bike maybe, you know. And so I was like, damn, I need to pull up next to this other cruiser. It was a nice little B-Rod. And so I was like, man, I gotta pull up next to the other cruiser, you know, gotta represent. So I pulled up next to the guy, and we got talking, and I haven't really, like, for me, customizing the bike isn't something that's like, you know, super on my mind, you know. I'm not like thinking about like what I can do to change my bike. I don't know why, like that's not something I've thought about. I've mostly just thought about you know, like riding, you know, going out, getting as much seat time as I can, you know. But definitely I'm trying to start to think about, you know, what I want to do with my bike, you know, what kind of customizations I want to make to it, modifications. And yeah, so, you know, this guy, he was telling me, you know, oh, you can change the exhaust, you know, for more, you know, from the different sound, you know, louder sound, whatever. And I was like, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I love the sound on the bike already. Like, the Harley sound is just chef's kiss, you know. Like, I just love that like low rumbling sound, you know. It's just amazing. The only thing about this bike is that, and it's about the sound, honestly, it's like my only thing is like the way it sounds. Like, it doesn't sound comfortable a lot, and like I know it is because I looked up the RPM range for the bike, like what it's comfortable at, 2,500 to 3,500. At least that's what it said online. But even when I'm in that range, in certain gears, like the bike just sounds like it's gonna die, like, or like it just sounds so uncomfortable, you know, like. And I don't know, that's my only gripe with the bike. Well, that and the fact that it's only a 5-speed. Like, I really wish it was a 6-speed transmission. Just because definitely at those highway speeds, that sound is more prominent when I'm reaching like 70, 75 miles an hour. So I do wish it was more like, I do wish it was a 6-speed, just so, you know, I could have some more of that mechanical comfort, I guess, is a word for it, for the bike. You know, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm like the kind of person that kind of sound or thing can really like distract me and like just kind of like almost ruin the experience for me. I don't know about ruin, but like, I don't know, it just makes it really uncomfortable. And it's like physically hurting me, you know, like hearing the pain of the bike. It hurts me too. I guess I have a mechanical sympathy. Railroad crossings though some of them are so smooth, but then you see here there's like divots right in front of the railroad. I gotta stand up because, man, that makes the bike jump like crazy. I had to learn that the hard way. Here in Houston we have like terrible roads, like they're so bad, potholes everywhere, roads are just so bad. And you're either dodging them or standing up, you know, standing up, because they're gonna kill you. Oh, this light's taking forever. At least it's not hot out. Like, the weather's nice. Really surprising for Houston. What the hell? I'm telling you, bro, these people, this is just a typical Texas. He doesn't even know how to turn right, bro. Typical Texas drivers, bro. I would normally get out of this guy's way, but I'm going to turn right here. I don't normally like to drive behind people carrying all this stuff in the back of their trucks. But I gotta make a right here, so I'll sacrifice. And I'm gonna get gas. Not here. And then we're gonna head to the gym. Today is leg day, and I know this is gonna sound weird, it's gonna sound like a sin to you guys, but I am training for a marathon, so it's gonna be leg day and cardio today. And then actually later on, I'm actually gonna go play soccer with somebody. So it's gonna be leg day, cardio day, and then leg day, cardio night later on. So it's gonna get crazy. I'm gonna be sore as hell tomorrow. Not even gonna want to get out of bed. Bro, you will not. And he still stares at me, bro. That's crazy. Like, it's not my fault you don't know how to turn your Challenger, man. Man, I was trying to go this way to avoid that intersection, because that intersection is bad annoying, but I guess I can't. Yeah, anyway, so I got the bike. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get my phone out of my backpack. Dang man, $3 for this mess? That's crazy. So I'm starting to think that the bike, the fuel lamp turns on at a gallon, or around a gallon, because every time I come in I feel it up and the fuel lamp has turned on. You know, it's fit around 2.5, you see 2.4, 2.3 gallons, something like that. And supposedly the bike's fuel tank capacity is 3.3 gallons. So, well, that's what I'm starting to think. Which honestly seems kind of crazy to me. Like, why would the fuel lamp turn on, you know, when the tank's capacity is still 1/3? I mean, when the tank still has 1/3 of its capacity, you know, like, that just seems really weird. You know, it's like, I still got a lot of fuel left. That fuel lamp's gonna be turning on quite a bit. But, whatever. Man, the weather's so nice. I was not expecting this. You know, here in Houston, summers are brutal. You know, they're hot, muggy, and even in September, October, I mean, we still got like 90-degree days pretty much every day. In October, maybe not 90, but definitely high 80s. And so it's brutal weather. And it's sunny, but you know, in September, August, we do start to get hurricane season. So you do get a lot of rain, you know, a lot of like showers. So that had been happening the past few days. We had a lot of showers. You know, it had just been raining like intermittently. Not today. Today, the weather has been nice. You know, it's not hot at all. You know, there's a nice breeze. The sun isn't overbearing, so that's great. Today would have been a perfect day to go like on a long ride, maybe like down to Galveston or something. Damn, but I guess we don't get everything whenever we want, huh? Yo, do not tell me I forgot my running shoes. I would have hated my life if I forgot my running shoes. That's literally the point, one of the reasons why I came to the, oh my god. I better have another, I'm gonna have to go back home. That would be hilarious if I did. If not, maybe, I mean, the weather is nice, so I did forget I'm gonna probably go home, get a trail or something. The weather is so nice. This is like peak running weather right now. You know, it's like probably like 82, 83 degrees, and it's like nice and windy. Man, beautiful day today, honestly. it's definitely been rough to balance the weight training, going to the gym with the marathon training. Just because, those days I do those long runs, I just feel so drained the day after, like running fatigue is different from that muscle soreness that you get from, doing weights. It's like this fatigue all over your body, and you can't really place it or like discern it and say, yeah, it's here, it's there, it's my legs, this is that. It's just all over the place, and you're even like tired of yourself, like mentally, from all the effort. Oh my god, dude, this guy really just cut everyone off to like turn. Dude, these are the people that cause accidents, man. I'm not dealing with this lane right now, man. Look at that. I was about to miss the light because of this moron. That is how it is here in H-Town. The Wild West out when you're driving. Even in a car, that's the one thing that everyone told me about the bike. Because I knew people from like other countries, a few friends from Australia, a few friends from Europe. They had bikes, and they were like, yeah, it's definitely, like people know that it's just more dangerous in the U.S. And then I had American friends from, other cities, other states, from Boston, California, Florida, that ride, and they're like, bro, I've been to Texas, like they've been down here like on road trips, things like that, or for bike meets, and they're like, dude, yeah, Texas is crazy, like people drive so fast, there's like little regard for motorcyclists. And honestly, it's not something I really noticed. Like, I don't think it's that people have little regard for motorcyclists here. I just feel like we're just so unaccustomed to seeing them here that we really don't know how to behave around them. And I think I saw this really cool like graphic from like this website thing. They're called infographics, and it was like the number of motorcycles registered per state. And I mean, mind you, Texas is probably I think it's the second most populous state in the country, and it had like the second fewest or third fewest registered motorcycles, which is crazy, honestly, because like you would think Texas, Wild West, we have enormous, it's an enormous state with so many beautiful roads, out west, and just so many roads in general, you can just drive everywhere. You'd think that, people would want to drive their motorcycle, they'd want to have a motorcycle, enjoy the open road, something like that, but I guess not, I guess not, but, so I just think, people are just unaccustomed to motorcycles here, and, yeah, it's definitely interesting to see, how that changes the way people behave around motorcycles. They don't know how to behave, So I don't think it's that people here are just mean or like rude to motorcyclists. It's just don't know how to behave around them. Yeah. That's what I'm pulling up to the gym right now. Nice little Ninja, I see. Now there are motorcycle parkings, but I don't know how I feel about those spots, honestly. Well, thanks for watching, guys. You know, this is definitely my first time I do this, so yeah, I hope to make more, and I'll see you all around. Thanks for everything. You know, thanks for watching, and yeah.